At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Okay, ready?
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Looking to throw right away. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Steelers first down.
65 cats, go!
On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. Completed over the middle. Jukes one defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers first down. Shotgun handoff to Garindo. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
18
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. On the move, headed right. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 2nd and goal, still a couple of shots at this one. He'll look to throw. The bat's got it. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, and getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Looking to the air here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So it seems like either way they were getting a 4th down here, but this way costs them some extra yardage too.
Hey, I get you want to avoid a possible turnover by forcing it down the field, but it's really hard to find a scenario where 10 yards and a loss of downs is the better outcome.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will take over possession. Garindo running between the tackles. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the 47, he rolls to his right. Now he takes it, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
From the gun, Garindo. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. T.J. Tampa there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 42. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down around the 34. He manages a gain of 8 there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. On target to Garindo. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's 1 quarter down in our Christmas Eve contest. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
From the red zone now. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Tight. Set, go.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers take a 13-0 lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. The kicking team out there for the Steelers. And here they go to send it away. Return starts at the 3. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Finds a man right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. On the give, it's Garindo. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
He brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he makes the house call. It's a touchdown on the pick six. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Back to the air following the pick six. He gets crushed behind the line and the ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Ravens. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Throwing now following the turnover. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. George Pickens the touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Calvin Austin on the return. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
A tight end in motion now. Now a give to Guerendo. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Ready. Cougar 19. Go.
They'll go right back to Guerendo. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And this is a nice gain that stopped at the 47.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now they have 3rd and short. Another look for him, Brock, and hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. The Steelers set to punt it. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Ravens will take over with a lot of field ahead of them. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lone back gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. They go play action here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
This is Gorindo. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. Launches one deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers facing a deficit near the break. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Pass play now. It's another first-half mistake. He's intercepted again. Roquan Smith with the pick. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. 2nd time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick-6 to watch.
Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Escapes the pocket. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Punting unit out now. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And this one soars out of bounds. The only question is where they will mark it. Looks like it's going short of the 40. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They go play action on 1st. Into the hands of Likely. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Let's go.
Working inside the red zone. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. From his own end zone, here we go. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return.
Okay, ready?
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. Chased out to his right. Oh no, they get him yet again! Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
On the set.
1st and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Set.
Throwing now off play action. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Come on, set.
It's a design boot. Flushed out of the pocket. That one's complete, right side. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Okay, break.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. Ready?
Looking to throw. Taking a deep shot here. This is brought in at the 15. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Here we go.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Now he'll throw off the play fake. No place to go, so he just threw it away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Patrick Queen in to pick it off. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Go.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He lets a heater go deep middle. They connect on the deep shot. And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers start the 2nd half with some needed points. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Trying to chip away at that lead, but just not able to figure it out there to take another 2 points off.
Yeah, every one of these calls at this juncture of the game tells a story, and right now that story being told is this crew is feeling the pressure trying to chip away at those points. Maybe a little over-aggressive, as now they're still down big.
They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Finds him on the crossing route. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
We always hear about a tight end as a quarterback's best friend. That play is so indicative of it, Kate. You love a big target, and you know if you could hit him in stride, he's got a chance to get some big yards after the catch.
Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The Ravens kicking team is ready. Now they're going to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll run here with Garindo. This is ahead for about 5. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him on the slant. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Come on. Set. Ready?
Throwing from the gun here. That's low and bounces short of his man.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Let's go now.
3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here's the snap on 4th. He's on the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does, because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum-wise. Not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuffed you, but they could rip that ball away from you too.
Not quite sure what the thinking is here. They've brought out the kicking team. High percentage look for him here from the left hash.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The Ravens kicking team is ready. Now they're going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Austin. Returns looking good so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The tight end going in motion right.
Go.
Another try following the sack. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Go.
Back now, pressure on its way. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. He's got it deep downfield. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece, and he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
From the red zone now. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Okay, Brock, dialing up another 2-point call. And remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail, it would just ring and ring and ring. It's still ringing. Fall short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board? Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone, so hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10 now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Another carry for him. And they make the play at the 23, a gain of only a little. It's a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up 4th and 9. Bullock's kick is good. And that makes it a 29-point ball game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set.
They'll come out throwing. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Come on, set. Hut.
They'll try and throw it here. Connecting on the slant. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That's complete to Garindo. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 42. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he'll get it up to the 44. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. The Steelers have possession, but this game, pretty one-sided as we start the fourth. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Gets everything he has under the... This is caught inside the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Roman Wilson, the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
They want to run it across. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that two-point attempt. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Sack.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now looking to throw. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. His first effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Sack.
Airing it out to start this drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Taking a shot. Deep down the field it goes. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Ready? 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Get up.
Here he is on 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Desperation time here on 4th. He puts everything behind this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Ravens are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Hits the 20. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. George Pickens the touchdown. A game-breaking play there, stunning the defense and giving this offense one for the highlight reel, baby.
Yep, just put another one on there, Kate. He is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. The defense, well, they had him ready to go. They were ready to body him up in coverage, but receivers today, and we see it all the time, the best of them, they don't just do it through the air. They can use their legs as a weapon. That's a big-time touchdown run.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Ready?
They'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Okay, ready? Put.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long.
Come 19. Come 19. Here we go. Here we go. Track at 60. 79 Bronco. Go.
Back to throw, needing a 1st. And they pick him off again. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
They'll run here on 1st down. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
On the set. Ready?
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Go.
Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
Tucker's kick is up and good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Offense in the hurry up here. And they pick him off again. And the Ravens are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And they'll kneel this down. Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. And they'll take a knee. Well, Brock, I think we're both thinking another kneel likely coming here on third down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Ravens moments away from win number 12. Setting up for the kneel down on third. And he's going to take a knee.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Not sure what possessed them to do this. It looks like they're lining up to punt inside the red zone. And he drives it skyward, hoping to drop this near the goal line. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Throwing from his own end zone. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Throwing again from their own end zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at them. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're left with 4th and short. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently.